Last thing I've got before we go, and I want your honest opinion. I've got my opinions as an Alabama fan, and what the committee has said in the past. We saw Alabama jump Notre Dame tonight in the rankings, and I'm not just talking Alabama. I'm talking all conference championship games. If you're playing that extra game in your conference championship and you happen to lose and you're already in the playoff, do you think you should be punished for getting to play that extra game? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think you should ever drop out of the playoff. Could your seed go lower? Yeah. Like if they lose to Georgia by a field goal, maybe you don't drop them. If it's 63-3, like Georgia beat Florida State,
Right.
then yeah, you're dropping. I don't think you drop them out, but maybe drop them down one. The problem is that may drop them out because
Yeah.
JMU or whoever is going to get that 12 spot. But
Yeah.
like, would you feel like scream if Alabama loses to Georgia and Notre Dame jumps them by one, but they're still in?
No. No. If they're as long as they're in the field,
Yeah. They're still
I'm
going to
fine
be
with it.
in. They're
Like
not getting out. Alabama
I
will
don't.
never drop out for losing to Georgia in the SEC championship. It's not going to happen.
You can't leave the SEC regular season champion out of the playoff for losing to number 3 Georgia.
Do you really think that are you nervous they're going to drop you out of the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't trust this committee at all. I don't trust them at all.
Oh my
I think everything's
God.
cryptic. Do I think the moving Alabama above Notre Dame was a huge move tonight? I really do. And maybe that solidifies Alabama's position.
You're worried that they're going to get dropped off. There's no way that Alabama is going to get left out of the playoffs for losing to Georgia in the SEC championship after they just won the regular season championship.
You would think so. I mean,
Baker,
but I think it's
Baker. You're first world problems. You got first world problems right now, brother. There is no way that you don't see outside the Bama bubble is the problem. Like you don't see what everyone else deals with Alabama. First of all, if everything was on NBC or if everything was on Fox, yes. Would NBC drop out because Notre Dame? Yeah. But everything's on ESPN, brother, and ABC and the Disney networks. They are not going to, and Saban is sitting at that table. They're not going to drop Bama out, brother. You're good. You could lose by 50 and still be in.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That's what I think. I don't know if that's what I feel.
That's what I know.
There's still some apprehension of. I worry because I really like Kalen DeBoer. He's really growing on me this year. And man, I worry if he doesn't make the playoffs in year 2 at Alabama.
But you think they're going to get rid of him?
No, they wouldn't fire him, but that heat's going to run. The fact that he got so emotional after the game at Auburn tells you all you need to know about what comes being the head coach at Alabama. He knew how big that game was.
I think the thing he needs to worry about.
It's a 1-6. It's a 1-6 Auburn team. It shouldn't be a big game, and yet he's crying in the post game interview because he feels the gravity of the situation.
I don't think he needs to worry about not making the playoffs. What I think he needs to worry about is making the playoffs and losing in the first round to Oklahoma.
Yeah,
right? Like that is what he needs to worry about.
But I think that's a natural first step for him, right? Like get in the playoff, and then we want to win national championships.
So you're not pissed off. I mean, you're pissed off, but you're not thinking he's not the guy if he loses in the first round of the playoff.
No. I'm. And again,
you're a fanboy. You love him.
I might be an outlier, but I'm happy. Because the expectation would be if it's a 12-team playoff, Alabama should be in more times than not. And so we get in, and depending on the matchup, I think we can make a run. Do I think we can beat Oklahoma? Sure. Think about the mistakes we made against them.
Yeah.
And getting them for a second time, we'll make adjustments, and Ty, I think, will be better. And then what happens when you run into an Ohio State in round 2?
That's big boy football there now.
Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah. Can Kalen DeBoer scheme something up and Ryan Grubb scheme something up and, give us a chance? Sure. Or they could boat race us like they did not us last year, but boat raced everybody in the playoffs last year, but I just want to be in. I want to be in the conversation. I want to have an opportunity to compete for a national championship. That's where I am right now this year.
You will. You're in. Don't worry about it, brother. You're in. You guys are in no matter what. You're in the SEC championship in the cream of the crop conference. you're in.
Yeah.
You got nothing to worry about.
Okay.
You're in that
And I still
Bama
want to beat.
bubble. You don't see it.
I still want to beat Georgia.
You don't see
Again.
how the other half live. Oh yeah, of course, right? You want to beat them. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
huge win for you guys to win the SEC. But again, that championship doesn't matter as much as the playoffs anymore.
And we'll kick that can down the road and talk about it our next podcast. But I would like to talk about conference championships and do we still need them and the relevancy, and if the committee is truly not going to punish somebody for making that game and losing it, then you can keep it. Like, I get it generates money, and that's what it's all about, right? It's all about the money right now. But if you're telling me that the SEC is facing Alabama as your regular season champion, potentially not making the playoff because you lose the conference championship game, then why are we playing the conference championship game? Could Alabama opt out of that game and not play and let Ole Miss go play?
Yeah, right. That's something we need to talk about for sure.
Like, they're in the playoff.
Yeah.
But they're going to go play this extra game and risk their potential spot or seeding even. Like,
when do they start sitting their quarterback? Like the whole, like maybe the week 16 of the NFL?
Yeah.
Like when it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
You know, like it will happen down the road somewhere. Like we talked about before.
We've got to make some adjustments to college football. That's well known. I'm just hoping the powers that be will forego a few $1 million to make the right decisions. I'm not convinced they will, but we'll see. We'll see.